it was hard to get out of bed this morning and I wanted to wear my robe, so that's why I'm doing it. So it's Sunday night and I popped my pimple, which is probably a bad idea actually. I have not read today, but my book is over here. I'm going to read. I have just random laundry on my bed. I'm gonna read a little bit before bed, but I'm pretty tired, so I'm just gonna go to bed. After maybe a couple chapters, I was gonna try and finish this today, but then I watched 6 episodes of Gotham instead. So yeah, laying on my bed feels really nice right now because I was charging my laptop earlier and I had to do it really weird. My charger isn't very long, so in order to get it to charge, I had to sit weird and I was basically like hunched over for about 2 hours watching Gotham. Now my back kind of hurts, so laying down feels actually really nice right now. But I'm gonna actually like lay in bed properly and read a couple chapters of this and then go to bed. And then tomorrow I actually we'll see. I'm planning on filming a different video and hopefully I do because that will be a productive thing to do. But yeah, I'm gonna go read this and then go to bed. Pikachu, say hi. So, I decided to film my bathroom today because I realized it actually has significantly better lighting. That's also because there's only one source of lighting. This is a small room. But anyways, I read a lot more of Anne of Green Gables today. I read about 92 pages. And oh my gosh, this book just has reminded me of why I love Anne of Green Gables so much. And it actually inspired 2 blog posts. So one of them will be going up on Wednesday, and the other will be going up probably a little later. But yeah, I've been really enjoying getting back into this world, and I'm very happy with this decision to reread Anne of Green Gables and to revisit it as someone who's now much older than I was when I first read it. I don't think I had realized until I was working on my blog post for Wednesday that I was in the 9th grade when I first read Anne of Green Gables, which is it's about where the target audience is, and that was about 9 years ago. And since then I've reread it several times. This is probably the 2nd time in physical copy now, but this is probably the 6th or 7th time I've read Anne of Green Gables in my lifetime, and I do love it. And if you haven't read this, I highly recommend it because, okay, there are a few things that are a little problematic because it was written so long ago. It was written in, I don't remember exactly when. I'll have something up here that tells you when it was written. It was written a long time ago, and yes, it is problematic in certain ways, and I do acknowledge that. Everything else, though, I feel like has stood the test of time because Anne is a very positive role model for girls, and that's one of the reasons why I love this so much. She was a role model for me, and she made me believe that it was okay to speak my mind, to have an imagination, to want to be a writer, because Anne was a writer. I see a lot of myself in her in a lot of ways, which sounds kind of weird. I've always loved this story, and I'm having so much fun reading this again, so I'm probably going to finish this tomorrow, like actually finish this tomorrow, because I'm just enjoying it so much that I don't want to put it down. So yeah, and you know, it inspired you a blog post, so that's productivity for me too. Anyways, I'm going to wash my face and work on my blog post a little more and then go to bed. So I will update you guys tomorrow. For a change, it is 9:30 in the morning when I'm vlogging, and I'm just, you know, the sad thing about having a spinny chair is that I keep spinning in all these clips, and I'm sure it frustrates you guys, but I like spinning in my spinny chair. Anyways, I just washed my hair and I'm getting ready to film part of my October setup for my reading journal. I'm maybe expecting a call at some point. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but if it does, I will have to figure out how to do that because I film on my phone. Other reasons why I need to get a camera. And yeah, I'm gonna film at least just me drawing everything, and I'm gonna wait for my hair to dry before I film like the intro and outro part. But I'm gonna get started on that. I don't know, probably put Gotham on in the background because honestly, when am I not watching Gotham anymore? But I just wanted to update you guys real quick before I started doing anything. And then once I'm done with that, hopefully it doesn't take me too long. And once I'm done with that, I will settle down and read Anne of Green Gables and maybe finish it, because if I finish it, I can try to squeeze in one more book. And if I finish it, I'm gonna try and read Through the Woods, because let's just say that so far there might be 10 books on my October TBR, so that might have just gone up to 11. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we're gonna finish Anne of Green Gables. That's the goal for today. And then I'm gonna read Through the Woods. So I'm gonna take this out now, have it here, put it on my nightstand so that I know I'm gonna be reading them, because now I have both books right here. So that's gonna be the plan. I'm gonna read 8 books this month. That's gonna be my 8th book for the month. That way, if I end up with 10 books on my TBR for October, it's not gonna be that bad. So it's somewhere around 10-ish in the morning, and I had breakfast. I'm wearing my robe today because it was hard to get out of bed this morning and I wanted to wear my robe, so that's why I'm doing it. I finished Anne of Green Gables yesterday. I didn't vlog that at the end because I was writing last night a little bit. I was working on something for actually Project Ghost 2, which is stupid because I haven't finished Project Ghost 1. That's besides the point. And so I finished Anne of Green Gables and I did a little bit of writing. By the time I got back to my room, it was like midnight and I didn't really want to vlog. But I started the first story of Through the Woods. I almost called it Into the Woods again. Through the Woods. I started the first story of that last night. It was short. It wasn't that scary. Maybe they get progressively more scary. I don't know. But the first one was okay. It was called Our Neighbor's House, or something like that. And yeah, I liked it. I like the art style a lot, which I think is like, I haven't seen a lot of this kind of art. It reminds me of an account I really love on Instagram called @ArtByMogi, I think. She does a lot of really cute stuff with her fiance, and yeah, this art style kind of reminds me of that. But I'm going to read a little more. Is it cheating if I'm reading this during the day? But like, I don't want to read this at night because I want to finish it before this evening so I can write my wrap up. I'm just gonna read it today, and maybe for like added effect, I'll hide under my robe or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go do that. Yeah, I have a blog post that went up like half an hour ago, so if you want to check that out, I'll link it in the description down below. It's about the classics that have stayed with me over the years. I'm going to get into this graphic novel now, and hopefully I get at least a little bit creeped out. So, it's been a few hours since I last vlogged. I am done with Through the Woods. I almost call it Into the Woods again. You would think by now I would learn that it's not Into the Woods, it's Through the Woods. I finished it. It was okay. It wasn't that impressive. Maybe it's because I read it during broad daylight. I don't know. It's beautiful. Like, the art is incredible. Like, I love the art, but it just kind of fell flat for me. So hopefully that's not how I'm gonna feel about Lock and Key when I eventually get those books, because I mean, I'm waiting for them to get to my library right now. They're in transit. Yeah, I just kind of feel like this let me down. So unfortunately, that's kind of the note I'm gonna be ending on for September, but I'm done with my reading for today. I read basically 180 pages of this today. It was an easy read. I think according to Bookly, I spent a total of like maybe half an hour reading this. It was really easy to fly through. I don't know. I felt like I flew through it too quickly. I don't know how to describe this. It didn't make me... I had no desire to really like stop and analyze the art because it just didn't feel like it was necessary. Usually the art and the text do a lot with each other to kind of tell the whole story, and while that was the case here, I didn't feel like there were additional elements in the art that helped me understand the story more. If you've read Brian Selznick's books, you'll understand what I mean. He has a lot of detail within his art that tells just as much of the story as the text does, and this didn't quite do that. And maybe it's unfair for me to compare this to Brian Selznick. Obviously, it's a very different art style, but because that was the first big graphic novel that I was introduced to that told the story so well, equally through art and through text, this not doing that was kind of not upsetting, but it was just a bit of a letdown for me. So, you know, we're gonna If you can see that, I don't know if you've noticed it, but we're just gonna ignore the fact that I have food sitting on my bed. And we're just gonna, here, we're just gonna cover that with the book. I'm done with my reading for today. I'm just gonna watch Gotham. I'm going to maybe write a little bit, and then tomorrow I'm going to start The Green Mile. I don't think I've told you guys, I have 10 books on my TBR for next month. 6 of them are graphic novels, but I have 4 decently sized books that I want to read. Obviously, I want to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue because it's coming out on the 6th. I hope all 3 of my... Okay, I don't think all 3 of my copies will get to me by then, but 2 of them definitely will. I hope. I really hope, because I really want to start them after that. So I'm going to start The Green Mile first, and then if I'm done with The Green Mile before Addie LaRue comes out, hopefully I will have my graphic novels with me. I'm going to try and read the whole Lock and Key series. And then once I'm done with those books, I want to read The Near Witch, because someone informed me that it's a spooky book. And I mean, you would think I would know that considering it's called The Near Witch, but I didn't think it was going to be spooky, but someone said it was spooky, so I'm going to try and read it. And then I want to read The Night Circus as well, because I've been saying I want to read that. It's been on my TBR for 6 years now. It's literally crossed the ocean with me. I bought it when I was in Hong Kong. I am now living in the US, and I still haven't read this book. So I will read it this month. Maybe I should read that before I read No, I'm going to read The Green Mile first, because I feel like that's something I would be able to get into and read through really quickly. Also, it just feels like a smaller book. Anyways, that's kind of my reading update for today. I will update you guys tomorrow once I actually start reading The Green Mile, unless I change my mind before that, but well, I guess we'll see, huh? So I have makeup on because I decided to take some bookstagrams, and I needed a new bookstagram headshot, so I have makeup on, and I actually look nice up top. I'm wearing sweatpants on the bottom because I can. I haven't started reading yet today. It's about 11 o'clock, and I promise I'm gonna stop doing that because I'm sure it's annoying. Anyways, I haven't started reading yet. I'm gonna start with The Green Mile, like I said yesterday, and then this afternoon I'm gonna. I thought about filming a video. I don't know if I want to, because I just put away everything that would help me film the video. It's not gonna be hard to take it back out, but do I want? I don't know. I don't really have like a good filming setup here. I have my bookshelf over there, obviously, and then I have like that. Let me move my tripod. I have like that door which slides and it has a bunch of posters on it, but I'm not sure if that's exactly the background I want for videos, or I mean, this is a nice background. I don't know how I feel about it exactly, but it's nice. You can see my bookshelf. What if I just filmed all of my sit-down videos like this? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to edit the photos that I took. I took so many photos. Oh my gosh, Okay, actually that's not bad. I only took 154 photos. Usually I end up with more than that, but I took 154 photos. But yeah, I'm gonna edit those photos and then I'm gonna have lunch because I'm hungry. And also, it's kind of cold in my room, but I also just kind of like this sweater and I don't really want to take it off. I'm going to go do that now and stop spinning in this chair. And that is my reading update for now because I just wanted to let you guys know where I am reading-wise. This is the part of the video where I tell you that I just spent the last hour and a half reading webtoons instead of my book. Yeah. Actually, where is my book? Oh, it's over here. Okay, so I don't know how I like it. It's easy to read because this book's really short, like this way. So the words don't extend very far across the page. It's 512 pages, but it's not a big book. I read the first 3 or 4 chapters last night. Is Stephen King just one of those writers who doesn't edit his stuff out? Because like there's a lot of stuff here that he repeats or that just doesn't feel necessary, and maybe it's just because I'm not used to reading stuff like that. Does he just write a lot and then not take out stuff? Like, is that why all of his books are so long? Because isn't it like 1,000 pages? And isn't Under the Dome also like 1,000+ pages? Anyways, my ignorance with Stephen King aside, I'm gonna read a little bit. I have a couple of emails to send. Then I'm gonna read a little bit and then work on writing a little bit and then probably just watch Gotham more and then try to read more. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I know what the ending is because it's popular enough that I'm like pretty sure I know what the ending is. It's giving me like To Kill a Mockingbird vibes. That's all I'm gonna say. It's late. I'm tired. I haven't read today. I'm gonna read a chapter or two. Pikachu's here with me. And then I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah, good night. Okay, it's Saturday night. I haven't read. I'm gonna read a little bit before bed. I spent most of today watching Gordon Ramsay Uncharted with my roommate, which was actually a really fun show. But yeah, I didn't end up reading. Not super into the Green Mile, I'm gonna admit. But Bookly has given me a schedule, and if I stick to it, I can finish this by the 6th at midnight. I'm supposed to read an hour and a half every day, but because I didn't do that today, it's probably gonna bump up crazy amount tomorrow. But I want to try and get a good chunk of this read tomorrow once I've like edited this video and put it up and everything. And yeah, that's kind of all I have to say right now. I'm probably not going to update. I might update one more time in the morning before I'm done, but like yeah, my book's over there. I'm gonna just read it and then go to bed. So yeah. So it is the end of the week and it's actually Monday. Yeah, I'm late in getting this vlog up, but I just really didn't feel like wrapping things up yesterday. So my wrap up for last week was I finished Anne of Green Gables and I got about, well, yeah, I got about like 86 pages into The Green Mile, which is slow going for me, but I'm starting to pick up the pace with it and I think I'm enjoying it a lot more. Well, I wouldn't say a lot more, but I'm enjoying it more now that I've gotten further into it than I did at the beginning. It was a pretty good reading week. I enjoyed Anne of Green Gables a lot, obviously, and we crossed over into a new month, so I've started all my spooky reads. They were basically not actually that spooky. I would say last week was definitely another slow week of reading in comparison to when I read 3 books in 5 days. Last week was definitely a lot slower, but I enjoyed what I was reading. I got to really take the time to get to know the story. Anne of Green Gables has been a favorite of mine since I first read it a really long time ago, and getting to revisit that, getting to kind of look at everything again and to read the words again for the first time in, I want to say about 9 years, was really, really special, and I really enjoyed that a lot, and it just gave me such a happy feeling. I knew what was coming up, I knew the things that would happen. I enjoyed watching Anne get into all of her antics, and it was just so much fun for me. It brought back so much nostalgia. It brought back so many memories of the movie and of the TV show. And I think once I'm done with Gotham, I want to finish Anne with an E. And so yeah, it made me really happy and I like it for that. And as for The Green Mile, it's my first Stephen King book ever, and it's a genre I've never really tried. Horror is not something I particularly enjoy as a fictional thing, not even in real life. Like, creepypasta stuff just freaks me out. Like, people talking about home folklores with like scary things, that freaks me out. So like this, thankfully, so far has been pretty mild. I actually can't tell where the horror part of it comes in, but at this point I'm only about 200-ish pages in, so I still have another 306 pages, I think, to figure out where the horror part comes in. I'm hoping that this coming week I will be able to get my hands on the Lock and Key series. I'm picking up volume 3 from the library on Friday, but I'm hoping that the other volumes will come in at the same time so that I will be able to like pick all of them up. Anyways, that's for next week. I am interested in my comparison of Stephen King now to Joe Hill later, because Joe Hill is Stephen King's son. Obviously it's going to be different with a novel versus 6 graphic novels, but I kind of want to compare the two, and I do actually eventually want to read Joe Hill's books. Of all of them, I think it's the Fireman, whichever one that involves people randomly becoming dragons or whatever, and Nosferatu that interests me the most. So I do eventually want to read those and kind of compare the writing style, because so far I'm not a huge fan of Stephen King, but that could just be me. So I think it was a great reading week. I enjoyed what I was reading, even though it was slow going with The Green Mile. It did a lot of the setup that I needed, so I'm not entirely mad about that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start my reading vlog for this week, because I haven't even started that either. So I'm going to go. I will see you guys in the next reading video. Let me know how you guys did with reading this past week, and if you're picking up any spooky reads for October. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.